Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from my new home location, and we're back to continue our playthrough of Empire Total War featuring Darthmod and the 40 unit save version. And we left off last episode ready for a new turn, and that's just what we're going to do. And after that we will head down to Upper Louisiana, see if we can't knock that off. And then kind of looking around here, I don't feel super threatened by Austria at the moment. We'll see if I live to regret that, or Württemberg. I don't think they would make a move against me. Besides, they're at war with France also, so it may be, in my mind, safe to move this force down to Paris, where I think we're starting to come up with numbers that make sense in us making a move on Paris. So that may be in our future also. But then again, strange things happen on these next turn phases, and sometimes we get surprised. So that's the overall plan, and then we'll see what else comes up and we'll react to it. So we're going to start the new turn, see you on the other side. Okay, good news, we're back, and we got right in front of us a new gentleman, and it's in he got recruited here in Amsterdam. So we're going to get him moving to the, I think there's only one other school now up here needing a gentleman. And military technology, we now have canister shot for the artillery, which is good. So if they do get charged now, they have a little extra help. They have a little extra help to try and defend themselves at short range. I won't necessarily always have to keep the pikemen if they're around guarding the cannon. So that's a nice improvement there. Trade agreement, once again, canceled from Austria, so I'm learning a lesson here. Don't pay for any trade agreements with Austria. They are fickle. We may try to make a trade agreement again, but for now, we shall see. Successful mission. This is the one thing I noticed during the turn. The forces that are here moved into the city proper, which is going to make it a much tougher nut to crack as far as taking over Paris. So I'll still keep that in the back of the mind. Maybe what we do is we encircle Paris in an attempt to draw them out into a more open field battle. We'll see. We'll think about it. Let me know what you think. If we haven't gotten to it this mission or made up our minds this mission, let me know what you think we ought to be doing here. Finally, ally attacked. Aggressor is Sweden. And the defender is Great Britain. So, oh my goodness, I don't want to lose Great Britain as an ally, because they've been helping me with the French, but at the same time, I don't really want to deal with the Swedish Navy, which I'm guessing could be significant. But the only good thing is we do have Denmark still here, so maybe their navy's bottled up. I'm going to make the call. We're going to go on the side of Great Britain. They are my big ally. I want to keep them on my side. So we're going to enter the war on the side of Great Britain against Sweden. And we continue our slow build in our capital and down in India. We got lots of plantations coming online, which is a good thing, because with all our growth, our costs are going up, and having lost the Austrian trade, we need some other sources of income here. All right, so let's head over first right away to our capital and get that gentleman placed and moved. Deal with that first. I think this is a school. I think it's the Ghent school. Let's go take a look. Yeah, that's where I need a gentleman, so we're going to send him right over there.
Sluipen is mijn specialiteit. Een bron van cultuur en kennis.
As far as improved grenades, what I think I'm going to do at this point now that we've got, I'm going to keep two paths of technology open in the military end, but I'm going to take this one in Ghent, now that we now have a gentleman in there, and have his focus be more the agricultural and industrial focus. In fact, we'll give his first project right here the measuring tools, so we can improve our roads to the top-notch roads available during this time. That's where we'll go with his research. And we'll have our other bayonets. It looks like one turn was left on those, so that's good news. Before I do any spending here, let's make our move over in the Americas and see if we can't take out Louisiana or Upper Louisiana with the forces we have there. There, I knew I was close. There we go. And let's see what kind of defenders we got over here. Nothing negligible. In fact, they may even surrender. And no, they didn't. They're going to make us work for it. So let's get on in there, and we'll see you on the battlefield. All right, looks like a nice day for a battle. The flowers are blooming. Let's see what their zone looks like, and compared to ours, it's just pretty flat land. Not a lot of undulating that we need to worry about. Yep. So we'll just move our artillery right here, just so we don't have that copse of trees blocking their view. And we will set up around them. In fact, we have mounted tribal auxiliary. We have 2, so we're going to put 1 on each flank, and if we're able, we're going to be able to hide in the trees here. Let's find out. Well, so much for hiding in the trees. I'm not going to spend all day to get them hidden. We'll take these line infantry units on this side. Whoops, one is not line infantry. We will keep him with the cannon. We'll bring one more line infantry over there. Now let's set these guys up over here. And we will center the general, and we got the other cavalry over on the flanks. I wonder if they can get themselves hidden. I don't know. Nope, looks like nobody's going to be hidden, so we'll just keep them in the trees. I'm not going to I'm not going to spend my try. It's not that important that they're hidden or not. Okay, let's get out there and get this thing going. In fact, we vastly outnumber them. Let's just do some advancing. We got the native musketmen over on the side, so if I am going to do any charging, we're going to take them off shot. That's going to be my target, because they're going to react the worst to any kind of charging that we have. Okay, they're still walking, it says. We're almost set up the way I want us to be, and they're going to have to deal with the artillery fire. Just out of range. Let's start bringing our cavalry out on the flanks a little bit. Well, since they're turning stationary, we are going to do the advancing. We outnumber, we can afford it. In fact, we'll run this last distance here. And we'll do the same on this side. Bring this cavalry around. And we're going to be ready. In fact, let's bring in on the native auxiliary, let's bring in our cavalry to charge right now on this side. Let's get this side off to sabers only. And this should be a quick battle. the shooting now. And the charge did just what I thought it would do. We're going to bring this cavalry over here. They are not broken yet. We're going to make it so. And the battle's over. We have victory. Nice, quick, one and done. Let's move on and see. Casualties should be minimal. And we got ourselves a decisive victory. Yeah, we only lost 70 to their full force. We took over Upper Louisiana. The French are now officially kicked out of the Southern American region. So they've got to be feeling the financial pinch, losing all these territories. Trait gained, +1 command when attacking on land. Let's do the repair here so we can move this army out as soon as possible. Yeah, probably cutting it a little close here. We'll wait till the buildings are repaired. And our infrastructure is not bad here. France has spent a little money on infrastructure, so we're not going to complain about that. Yeah, I'm thinking in the Americas, as long as we're battling the French, we may just continue moving our forces to the north when all is said and done over here. I don't think I need to build any more forces in the Americas. We have a decent fleet right now. What I'm thinking, though, I'm wondering if maybe I need to move some of this fleet up towards the Netherlands, just because I'm a little uncomfortable with Sweden entering the picture. And since things, at least at the moment, seem a little bit under control down here, I'm thinking I'm going to move my 5th rates. We'll leave the 6th rates just so we have some maneuverability with any forces we may use down here. And I'm thinking I'm going to send the 5th rates back up to the Netherlands just because of the entry of Sweden into the war. So let's make that happen. Okay, let's take a quick look over here in India. We have the ability with canister shot being built. We're going to need to upgrade. Yeah, that'll give us our 12-pounder foot artillery. We're going to do the upgrade both for India, and we're going to go ahead and do that same upgrade for Amsterdam. But before I do this, let's get over here, and a couple more VOC infantry I think might not be a bad investment right now. Let's get back up to the Netherlands. And I think it's a good time to upgrade the artillery here too. Okay. As far as the army, we are going to recruit once again. Couple more line infantry, and now I have to think. I have to make the decision pretty quick. Probably next turn is when I'm going to think about moving them out. Let's double check what we're looking at here as far as the army, and there's just as much, so they're getting close to a pretty full stack, but not quite. So I may just try to encircle them and force them to come out into the open to attack me. That may be the plan we go with. I can always bring over these other forces because like I said, I'm willing to take the risk that Austria and Württemberg are not going to be a threat to us. So that's probably the way we're going to play it. Let me just take a quick look at our ministers while I'm here. Yeah, we were in good shape here. Election in 1 turn. So we'll just hang tough there. I will take a look just because maybe he'll do it. Maybe he keeps breaking that trade agreement just because he's unfriendly with us. But let's see if he'll do another trade agreement straight up. No, he wants a payment this time. He's learning the game, and I'm not going to play the game with him. Is there any other nations that have become available? I don't think so. I haven't really increased my naval capacity yet. Okay, so we do have some funds to play with here. Just because we have schools here and for unrest and whatnot, I'm thinking for future I'm going to need to do the upgrade to a state capital just so we don't have to worry about right here the clamor for reform that starts increasing as we upgrade our schools. So we're going to build the extra state capital here, and we are going to... Oh, we can't quite now. Now that I've upgraded that capital, I can't quite upgrade anything else. So let's go out to the Americas, spend the last bit of our funds over there on the roads that I know we need to build, and that is over here. I think we did what? The Leeward Islands. Now we got to do the Windward Islands. And I think we need some roads here that'll help us out. Yep, bare minimum roads, and we can afford it. So that's probably the turn. Let me take a quick look around on the chart here. You know, this is how my guy in Paris, he's keeping a good eye on what they have there. Protestant missionary, he's still converting, although he's not as enthusiastic as before. But we'll just keep him moving around up here. Everything else is looking good. All the regions are looking good. So we're probably at our end turn. Let me just take one final look at everything else. Okay, we're back. I don't see anything else that I need to get done, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next turn and see if there's any excitement that happens in between. Okay, we do have some major excitement now all of a sudden. This is down on the coast of Brazil. France has decided to bring a huge navy down here full of fifth rates, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do about it really with the size of that navy. We are about to feel the pain of being at war with France. So that has kind of made up my mind, because one other thing, well, I'll probably keep it in now, once I do the editing. You notice that his land forces moved out of France, apparently to move against somebody else he is at war with, leaving the capital wide open. So as payback, I am definitely moving now towards Paris as payback. So because we're going to receive a world of hurt here. All I'm going to do is try retreating to try and run this navy around a little bit so he can't hit all the trade nodes at once. And we'll see if we can survive this. So let's retreat and see where he goes. Ugh. And he follows me, and I have no choice now. Of course, now he draws in. That retreat didn't exactly work out as well as it might have, because I retreated to other areas where I now have reinforcements. So part of me says I don't want to, well, let's just do the battle and get it over with. We're just going to auto-resolve this one, because this is going to be pretty much a massacre.
De vloot is ten onder gegaan!
Yeah, but what do you know? He lost 4 ships out of this. He killed all mine, and looks like he supposedly captured one too. So let's see what the end result is here on the field. 1 gone, 2 gone, and the 3rd one down here that we can't see is gone, and he still has movement to just knock us out. Oh, we're going to retreat, and hopefully he can't keep following us all day long. The good thing is he has lost some vessels from it. So we're putting up a fight, making him pay for what he's taking. I'm going to retreat here. Yeah, he can follow though, but that gets him away from the trade nodes. And let's auto-resolve this one, see if we can take out another ship or 2 if we're lucky. Well, enemy killed, but he may have captured one of mine, so I don't know if we're going to see a net change, really. Oh, except he did lose 3 ships. So maybe he will have a net loss overall. The best we could hope for. All right, Friedrich is back with one of his interesting trade offers, and he wants me to give him a region, Trinidad and Tobago. I don't think so. Improved grenades and common landing closures. I really don't think so here, guy. You gotta learn. I'm learning that your trade offers are just kind of dung. Poo-poo. They stink. Oh, we have a new war ahead of us. War has been declared on the Iroquois Confederacy. It's declared on me. So obviously I've now that I am next to their territory, I'm guessing in the Louisiana area, they are wanting this territory. I am going to not call my allies to help in this instance because they are not near and dear to be able to really help me out anyway. So let's not risk our alliance with Great Britain over trying to drag them into something so far away and remote that are basically not in their best interest to join. So we have now been having war declared upon us. So let's take a look at what that's going to do to us down there. All right, we do have another gentleman again. So we're starting to load up on the gentleman. In fact, he's in Flanders. We'll see where we want to send him soon enough. Military technology, we have gained the ring bayonet. So we'll have to make sure our future tech is where we want it to be, not necessarily carbines right now. We'll take a look at that. Successful mission, we are still, actually he has stayed in Paris, even though we saw the army move out. In fact, here they are, the army he used to be part of, but now he's stayed stationed and garrisoned in the city, which is just fine for me because that's where I want to keep my eyes right now anyway, because I have a force, or forces, that I want to make a move with against Paris. We have a trait gained, a tenured professorship. What has it done for us? This school right here, this is where we just finished. Okay, tenured professorship. It added 2 to our research. And lunatic, that's right, 10%, plus 10% the chance of assassination. Although it increases research points for enlightenment technologies, but that's not going on in this particular school. Cool though. Recruitment report, still looking good. Our cannon are now available. We've constructed another 5th rate in the North Sea. Unfortunately, that fleet that I sent over here, I was more concerned about Sweden, but I guess I should have trusted that they might be locked in by Norway/Denmark from being able to come out here and send their navy against me, but I'm a little paranoid when it comes to my home country, so the fleet is over here and not available to defend us down in New Brazil. Fleet arrived. We got a construction report, and this is all the bad news. Fleet destroyed, fleet destroyed, all this stuff we know about. Fleet destroyed and fleet destroyed. We did gain some traits here. Doesn't look like super big deals with our cabinet, but the next turn that we do is going to heck, let's just bring that fleet over to our home port, or at least how far we can get. And while we're in the process, we'll raid some trade lines. We actually have ourselves a fleet in our home territory, something we haven't had in a while. All right, we got some funds to spend, and we are going to move an army out up here. In fact, I'm thinking that we can probably bring the whole force at this time. Let's move up this direction for starters. I'm thinking let's take a quick look at We should be okay moving out any forces as necessary. What kind of army do we have here? How could I help them out? I may just keep this particular force right where it is. Let's see how we're looking in Strasbourg. Yeah, we're fine moving that force out of there also as it currently stands. So let's see. We can't quite join up, but maybe what we can do is run over here and run some interference from him being able to reinforce Paris and turn around. That may be what we do. I'm going to keep the force in Flanders, and we're going to make a move and see if we can't take... I wonder if it'll allow me to move into that fort. I tell you what, we're going to move into the Pleasure Palace and see if that, or the Pleasure Gardens, and see if that doesn't hurt some support as we move towards the city. And then over here, I'm thinking I will move out and run that interference I was talking about for Paris. In fact, while we're at it, we'll take target and we'll park ourselves at the seminary here. He has the bigger force, so if he moves back against us, we may need to retreat. I don't know. Let's just take a look at what the two forces look like. Decent with all the line infantry and chevaliers, the lancer cavalry, but no artillery. And how do I match up here myself? Woefully outnumbered in almost every respect, but I do have the artillery piece, and once again I do now have canister shots, so it might free up some pikemen to react to some cavalry moves where he would outnumber me if he moves back this way. We'll find out, but I'm going to keep him there. I'm going to count on them to engage and delay so that we have a chance to move on Paris next time. That's the plan. While we've stepped out, though, we're going to continue our recruitment. We'll just start with line infantry just to build the numbers back up, because we do not want to, for very long, keep Amsterdam open and undefended. Okay, what are we looking at here? Let's take a look over in the Americas real quick and see exactly what that force looks like compared to our own, and see if we can reinforce from New Orleans quickly enough. That would be a plan, because I think the force we saw the Iroquois move towards us is one that we definitely can match up to. Problem is, a large number of my forces are down here. Let's see how we match up straight up. Okay, he's looking at 14 stack. I'm looking a little less, but I have some artillery to work against him. But he's going to be enclosing with a lot of melee, and that's something we'll have to worry about. The only good thing is now we have ring bayonets, so at least we can be fitted with bayonets while we're fighting, so we can go back and forth for close combat and then back to firing without having any issues. You know what? I'm not going to research the carbine right now. I'm going to research, even though we want to try and get this next school just so we can go for fire by rank. But one I'm not going to skip in the meantime is we are... Whoops. No. Wrong school. Let's get you back to where you were. Let's get the right school working on the square formation, and after the square formation we'll do military syllabus, because that'll open the door for us to get to fire by rank, which is a big one, as many of you know if you've played this game before. One thing I didn't do is I mentioned about it. I mentioned moving this over to farming or industry. I thought I had done that. See, I thought I had already done that, but apparently I did not, because it was switched. It wasn't there. But that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Or maybe once again I had moved this one over there instead of that one. Sometimes I don't pay enough attention, do I? Alright, let's take a look. The ministers, yeah, next turn that we go, we're going to have an election, so we don't know how it's going to turn out, but we have an election coming up. Our income's still okay. Do we have anything really blockade? Well, our income's down dramatically now without the sugar in the coast of Brazil. In fact, he's wiped out all my trade from the coast of Brazil right now, so that has hurt, and that's why we're moving on Paris. We're going to make him pay. So what we're going to do is see about over here. Let's see if I can replenish, because that's definitely a weakness for us going into a potential battle, because he's going to be attacking. And let's start moving reinforcements up there, so even if we do for some reason lose the battle, that we have the forces to reinforce and hopefully retake it if that's the worst case scenario happens. I think we can afford to move out. Yep. Happiness is okay here. So we are going to move our forces north as reinforcements. They won't probably arrive in time. Well, no, they won't arrive in time, but if the worst case scenario happens, hopefully we'll be there for reinforcements. And good, we are able to recruit what we need down here in lower Louisiana now with some Colonial Line infantry. That's the good news. We have a 12-pounder available down here also. That's really good news. I think what we'll do is at this point we will recruit a couple more line infantry down here just in case the worst case scenario happens. And after that, we may have to recruit some more artillery if the worst case happens too. But we'll do that just kind of as backup for now. Oh, he's got I guess that's an enemy gentleman in there. And I'm not going to pay for any upgrades up here, although I think when we checked before, the French had done some good upgrading as is. What do we have? Any other buildings we need down here? Plantations. Ideally, what we could use on one of these locations if we had it is, but it may come with another city as we grow, is getting the church to start getting people converted down here, because we've got the Spanish missionary nearby. We got to get our own active to counter that influence. Okay, we got a little funds left to spend. I'm going to see about upgrading some plantations down here some more, especially losing the coast of Brazil as we have. In fact, what I may do with my remaining fleet here for the moment is let's send them down to the coast of Brazil just to take a peek, see if he's stuck around. If he's stuck around, I won't stick around myself. We're just getting some eyes down there. Ooh, we do have some flutes to bring back, so just in case he has vacated down there and he's not looking to take over the nodes himself, we'll send our flutes back to maybe we grab a few if they're available. Once again, if we're outnumbered, they will not be sticking around. All right. Infrastructure is good at the moment. Construction, we're going to go up to a state capital here. And we should be able to do one similar kind of move right here. We're going to go up to a state capital, increase our tax base this way down in Dutch Guyana. So those are our improvements for this round. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to, we only had, unfortunately, a small little battle, but we did have a lot of other things going on. We're now at war with Sweden. We're now at war with the Iroquois. And we're poised next turn to have a big battle for Paris coming up. We may have a battle to defend against reinforcements moving to Paris. And we looks like we'll probably have a battle in the Americas with the Iroquois moving against our upper Louisiana territory. So this is ZigZagZog. I'm going to sign off on this particular episode. I hope you enjoyed everything going on, the little bit of intrigue that seems to be popping up. Join me next time for what could be some pivotal battles. Give me a like, give me a dislike, leave me a comment. I sure would appreciate it. I love getting any interaction you guys give me. Makes my day. And please come back and join me next time. Subscribe if you haven't, just so you don't miss the next episode. And let's see if we can be successful on our next episode. That'd be a great thing. Knock out the French. Take Paris. Payback for decimating our trade nodes on the coast of Brazil. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.